Hey guys, what is up? This is Silvery Robotics, and in this episode of the Introduction to Python series, we will be looking into object orientation. So, object orientation is a super important skill which every software developer or programmer essentially needs. So, let me show you what it is. So, it's basically made up of two parts, the class and the object. So let's start off by making a class. So to make a class, you just type class and then the class name, which could be, I don't know, person, and then colon, enter. There we go. So then let's just type pass, which is a filler. We learned that in a previous episode. So then what we want to do is make a what's it called, object. You make an object by creating a variable, which in this instance will be x. So we type x is equal to person and then parentheses. So then we will just then what we will do is just print x and then run it, and then that's it. So it will say main person object at this numbers and letters. So once you get that, you know that that you have made a working class and a working object. Congrats. So now we're going to replace the pass with something else. We're going to make a function. So let's type def and then say name parentheses. You also have to include the self, or else this will not work. So then you press enter or colon enter, and then you just type print Edward. There we go. So to call this function, you would say print x dot the function name. So once I run it, it should say Edward. We're gonna do the same for age. So we're gonna define an age. The def age parentheses enter print 13. There we go. And let's run it. See what happens. It's a 13 here. So let's say that this is not your name or your age. So if you want to make it custom, so it's your name and age, I'm going to show you how you do that. So you delete this, and you also delete this. So what you're going to do is type underscore, underscore, 2 underscores, and then init, and then underscore, underscore. Then make a parentheses. Also, it should light up like this purple, cool highlighted color. So then you make a parentheses, type in self, comma, name, and the age. So these are 2 arguments. These are like what defines this function. So then what you're gonna type is self dot name is equal to name, and self dot age is equal to age. Self dot age is equal to age. There we go. Now what you want to do is create another function. So we type def, and then we're just gonna make it a name. We're just gonna type name parentheses self. Yeah. So then you type a colon, and then you type print is this your name? And then you press space, and then come here, and then comma, and then type self dot name. That's it. So it will type is this your name, and then it'll type the name that you enter. So let's just quickly do this. Do the same for the age. Def age parentheses enter print is this your age? Say space and then comma self.age. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a variable, make an object, just like before. But once we run this, it's going to bring up an error because we have to make the arguments, make the name and age. So what you're gonna do is type the variable name is equal to the class name, and then in the parentheses type the missing argument. So I'm gonna put Edward, sorry, it's in capital X, Edward, and then comma, let's say, I don't know, 20, yeah, 20 is fine. And then we're gonna call it, or print it, sorry, print x dot name parentheses. So once we run this, it'll show my name. Let's see what's wrong. Oh, I figured it out. We put a lowercase instead of an uppercase. Sorry. So let's just delete this part. Okay, and now let's run it. See what happens. It says, "Is this your name?" and then Edward. See, this is correct because I put my name as Edward. So you can do the same for age. Let me just run it, and then it'll type 20, yeah. So, if you want to type the whole thing together, you can either go ahead and say print, x dot name self, and then comma the other one. So once you run it, it types both of them. Yeah, I think that's the only way. So, this is it for this episode. Let me just review. So, object orientation is made up of two parts: the class and the object. The class is so the object is made out of the class, and the class is a whole, self thing. So in the class, you can make a what's it called? A function, and then you can customize this function by typing init and then self and then name and age. These name and age are the arguments that you have to fill out while making your object, and the self is, a mandatory thing, or else it will not work. So let me say this again. So you type def init if you want customization, self, and then the two arguments that you have to fill out down when you make the object. So then you just type self, that name, or you make the name thing, and then in the age thing, and then you go down here into def and create a name function if you're identifying the name, and then say print, I don't know, if you want text, you can put text, and then type self.name. Same with the age, but it's self.age. And to create an object, you just say x is equal to person parentheses, or the class name parentheses, or you just say x is equal to person parentheses, the arguments, and then the arguments that you have to fill out. You can print the custom name in the custom age by typing print the variable dot name, or the function name parentheses, comma, the same thing but for age. So that's it for this episode. I hope I see you in the next episode. I think this next episode is going to be the final episode of the series, and then congratulations, you will be done with the Introduction to Python series. So, if you did not understand this is okay. Not many people understand it the first time. If you didn't understand it, I would just have you watch through the video again. So, goodbye. I hope to see you in the next episode. So, yeah.